Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down why Joel Embiid is the best big man in NBA history. So without further ado, let's get into it. Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic, the reigning NBA MVP, are frequently the two larger-than-life figures that occupy the argument over who is the finest giant in the NBA, and Embiid got some votes this week for his efforts. Wednesday night, the Philadelphia's All-Star center went completely insane, and he did it again on Friday. First, he put up a 50-point performance against the Orlando Magic. Jokic also had 49 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists against the LA Clippers on that same night. Then on Friday night, Embiid followed that up with a 40-point performance against the LA Clippers. It was not a good week for the Clippers. Embiid's performance, rather than the numbers he put up, which included 12 rebounds and 3 blocks against the Magic, and then 13 rebounds and 6 assists against the Lakers, was more amazing because of how he went about it. Even more impressive was how fast he completed the task. It only took 27 minutes of court time for Embiid to put up 50 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks on that night, as he successfully made 17 of his 23 shot attempts and 15 of his 17 free throw tries. This is the 12th time in NBA history that such a stat line has occurred, and Embiid became the 7th player in the last 40 years to accomplish this feat. And he's done it twice. The first time was February 2nd of 2019, which was versus the Chicago Bulls, a line of 50 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 blocks. To give you an idea of how much time Embiid put in on Friday, he made 15 of his 25 shot attempts, including 3 for 3 from deep and 7 of his 10 free throw tries in just 37 minutes, when an NBA game lasts 48 minutes for reference. However, while his 90 points in 2 games stand out, the month of January as a whole has been a spectacular one for the former number 3 overall choice. While still in the first month of 2022, Embiid is averaging 33.4 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game. He's hitting 56.2% of his shots from the field, 36.7% from distance, and 81.9% from the free throw line this season. He has at least 31 points in 9 of 10 games he's played so far this month. On top of that, he's recorded at least 30 points in 13 of his away games. Embiid has now recorded 20 30-point performances this season, second only to LeBron James's 21 games. Embiid has averaged 45 points over the last 2 games, despite only playing for 63 minutes and 35 seconds. This set a new record in the shot clock era. The only other player to play fewer minutes while averaging 45 points or more over a 2-game stretch was Kobe Bryant in 2003, according to Basketball Reference. On top of all this, Embiid is only the 6th player since 2000 to have at least 90 points and 25 rebounds in a 2-game span. The only other players to accomplish this feat were Antawn Jamison, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, who did this twice, Russell Westbrook, and Tim Duncan. And to put the icing on the cake, so to speak, Embiid has been doing all of this alone. You remember Ben Simmons? Well, as a result of his cowardice absences this year, the Philadelphia 76ers have been forced to play a different style this season than in previous years. While the team's offensive execution has occasionally been lacking, they've been able to rely on Joel Embiid on a regular basis. He produced one more spectacle in Sunday's 115-109 victory over the San Antonio Spurs, finishing with 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. It was just another outstanding performance for the big man in a season with nothing but. A quote from Embiid: "First of all, it was great that we got the win, especially bouncing back from blowing that lead the other night against the Clippers. I've always believed that, especially with the progress that I've made offensively the last 2 or 3 years, being a complete player, I believe that I could be one of the greatest scorers in the league right now." End quote. Embiid had one of his finest passing games, and he did an excellent job of keeping Philadelphia on track offensively. He started talking to his teammates more and taking control of games. With Simmons off, he's been allowed greater leeway to accomplish some of the things Philadelphia requires. Embiid explained further, saying, quote, "It's always been there, but this year there's more freedom to be able to, whether it's bringing the ball up and pushing up in transition, I got more freedom to do that this year. In the previous year, we had someone that was so good in transition that you had to get the ball to him so he could make plays, and he was good at it. His absence obviously puts a hole in that category. That's why I decided to kind of take my game to another level when it comes to that." End quote. While Embiid is obviously alluding to Simmons, he recognizes that in the absence of the 25-year-old three-time All-Star, he must do abundantly more for his team right now. "I still got a long way to go," Embiid finished. "There's still so much I can add to my game, whether it's playing off pick and rolls and a bunch of other stuff that I can add. But yeah, I think it's always been there." For the Sixers to have the success that they expect, they will need Embiid to continue to play this way and continue to add to his game. What's next for the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Sports Swirl, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.